Welcome to Intuitive Drawing, Relax with Intuitive Drawing. I'm so grateful for you to join this wonderful workshop today. I decided to do it because I think sometimes we don't remember or we don't even realize how much intuitive art and drawing can really change in our life. And if you think about it, you can do a little doodling or drawing or wherever you're writing down or sitting down, and your mind start to relaxes, your mind started to goes to different sort of state of being, a little bit like a meditative state. So this is the main aim for this workshop, to really show you how easily you can relax yourself with intuitive drawing when you really let go of your mind and you started to tapping into more of your heart energy, heart space, into your intuitive creativity side, which we all have. We all have been born with that. So this is just really invitation for you to spend some time. I mean, we all know meditation is quite important, but if you don't have a time for meditation, or maybe you're not a big fan of meditation, you can really easily raise your vibration and enjoy really life with intuitive drawing. Now, for anyone who doesn't really know me and how I guide people, because I don't even like the word teaching, I wanted to just quickly explain how I work and how this session will look like. So the main thing for me when I create is to really put myself into the space where my mind goes. I always say it goes for a break, for a tea break, and I really go deep into my heart and almost like a channel, what is coming down to me from within myself, from my inner creativity. So I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to really, before you will start creating, just go into this state of, meditative state of relaxation. We will do a quick meditation before drawing session, and that's how I work. That's how I paint. I do meditation, and then afterwards I create from the space which actually I created with the meditation and with my inner light. Because when we go into this beautiful space in our heart, we started to discover or even project this wonderful light which we have within us. When we are in our mind, where everything goes crazy and all the problems of the world are there, then the heart being suppressed is not being heard, even, is not being listened. And that is the space where the creation starts and where our intuitive abilities are, which are super important now, because we are going into the new earth, where we will really, and we already are creating from the heart space, very intuitively, very knowing what we feel, all based on feelings rather than what's in our head. So this is how the work looks like. I will quickly tell you about some tips about drawing itself. And because it's intuitive drawing, I want to just make sure that I will mention at the beginning that the intuitive drawing is really almost like an abstract drawing. So you're not thinking, what will you draw? It's the same when you write something and you have a piece of paper and then you started to doodling around. You don't think what you're drawing, and most of the time we look at it and think like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. But during this process, and that's what I always say, the process is the most important. We as the healers, we are almost healing ourselves through the creativity which is coming from within us. So this is a really like a deep process of our own wonderful vessel called body, and the feelings which are within our soul and without our heart. And that's the whole process of healing begins. So, but to do so, I believe that you have to have some kind of knowledge about some kind of tips about drawing, and I do that also with the painting. So then when you start creating, you're not getting into the mind state asking, oh, is that right? Is that not right? Have I done this wrong? Or this didn't come out like it's supposed to be. So also very important, remember the mistakes are always important in each creative process. Sometimes mistakes which I make on the canvas or on the paper create something new, and then from it I create even more energy or even more structure on the painting. So it's a little bit like in life, you know, we go through some kind of challenges, through some kind of triggers and processes, but they are helping us to go onto the path, you know, where we supposed to go on our life path. So I know it's not easy with the challenges sometimes to get to them and be in them, but they are part of the process, and that's what I always try to tell everybody. So we would do the meditation, most meditations, some of them are deeper, some of them are slightly less deeper. I do loads of different workshops, and if they are based on specific subject or specific energy, then the meditation will be based on this energy. Today is really relaxing, so we probably will focus on our heart space and breathing meditation. You can always come back to this video and just really just, you know, just focus on the meditation only, relax yourself, and then start to draw or paint. What the last thing I want to mention is, and very important, is when during the creative process you will find yourself in the space where your mind takes over and you're getting stressed because something isn't looking right or isn't you know, looking like it's supposed to look for you in your head, then I encourage you to really take a break. And I do that with most of my workshops. You know, even I say people just have a tea or coffee or water, and just stand back and just close your eyes as well, and just go back to this beautiful breath within you. So really ground yourself more within your, almost like embodying yourself back again, and just feel your heart, you know, feel it again, feel it where you are, feel it where your soul is, feel where your energy is back. Because mind can take over very easily, just because we've been told to, you know, think and live from mind for many years now. This is what the school is based, because although they have some creative subjects at school, but everything is based on information. So if something will not look on the actual paper on canvas like you would like it to look, or you just want it to, then you get into judgment state where we all been there, and I'm still sometimes doing that, but I managed to really discover this and just push myself back and really just watch myself doing it, and then really step back and go back to this wonderful vessel, to this wonderful space. So I encourage you to do that just before we will do any drawing or painting, because very, very often people get into this state and they get really frustrated with the situation. What would this person draw or paint? So if that happens to you, just make sure you will go back, take a couple deep breaths in, and just really focus on your breath for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, as much you want, to the point where you can feel you are relaxed and you can feel your heart rather than mind. And remember, if that's the mistake meant to happen, you can always change things on the paper or on the canvas. So just a couple tips in terms of drawing. I have mentioned that you can basically have simple piece of paper and pencil or pen. So you can buy different type of notebooks. You can buy like a little one or big ones. It really doesn't matter. And the pen you can have any type of pen as well. So whatever really you have next to you. If we want to go more into technical ways, pencils are beautiful mediums, because people say, oh, they're not really that interested because they just gray, whatever. You can obviously use colorful pencils too, but we won't catch on this today. But you can have loads of different pencils. And what I wanted to mention to you, on each pencil in the corner here, you will have a number. And most of the time it's going to be a number with letter B or H. This is simply, and if you don't, maybe you know that, but this is simply how soft and how hard the pencil is, i.e., you know, the actual line will be slightly softer, or the other one will be slightly harder or even darker, I would use the word. So the number B is much softer, the number H is much harder, and the main pencils you can buy and most people use is basically in the middle, which is HB. So just, I would encourage you to just have a look into these things when you're buying it, or maybe you have pencils at home or your child has, you know, that's really interesting thing. So I very rarely use H because it's a little bit too hard for me. I don't like it, I don't enjoy it. But I have loads of B's, and again, obviously, you probably can tell that the numbers suggest how hard and how soft the pencil is. So if you will have 3B, that means it's like 3 times softer than HB. And you can buy different ones. So I have H here, for example, so it's only H, and H can have numbers too. So we'll have like 1H, 2H, and 3H. But with B, you can have 4B. So very like loads of different numbers. Then you can buy like a really big pencil. And I wanted to show you also a charcoal, which is super cool. And I use that mostly at the end, so you can have like really nice, you know, dark patches. But I will show you what's happening with charcoal. Charcoal is very obviously soft, so you can smudge it with your fingers. You can buy set of different colors of, I mean, I have gray and white, but it's a beautiful set. But you can also buy them in color as well. But like I mentioned, we won't touch color today. Okay, so this is just a really simple technical way. And what we will do now, we will do a quick meditation just to really relax and focus on our heart space. And then after, I will move my camera. I have a canvas here with the paper attached to it. So I'll move my camera and we will start to drawing. So I encourage you, if you have your equipment, i.e. paper or pen or pencils, just have it ready, because straight after meditation is always good to start creating, because you are in this beautiful zone of creation. Yeah, that's it. I think let's just, oh, the very important thing as well, while we're meditating, I'm just gonna grab some water. While we're meditating, make sure that your the best way to meditate for this particularly thing is to really sit straight on the chair, or I sometimes do meditation stand up in front of my canvas, so you can try do that as well. But really have your feet flat on the floor, so you're connected to Mother Earth, and your hands just not cross over, so you're not crossing the energy, okay? So let's just, and you can close your eyes, that's what I do. Sometimes I have my eyes open, but that's very rarely. And just close your eyes and sit really, really comfortably. If you're still trying to put everything together, that's fine. I can wait a couple more seconds. But just let us to start coming back to this wonderful creation space within us. So when you're ready, sit down comfortably and close your eyes. And take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just make it even longer. Breathe in and out, and drop your shoulders more and more, fully relaxing, breathing out all the necessary energy. Everything is coming down and down and down. And breathe in through your nose and out. And feel how this wonderful, simple breath in and out started to relaxing every single cell of your body. Just feel cells of your body relaxing more and more. This is your space. This is your time. This is a time of your creation. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And down, and drop your shoulders even more relaxing. Wonderful. And deep breath in through your nose. And breathe out all the way down, down through your legs, and just down to Mother Earth. Fully connected, fully grounded, fully supported by beautiful Mother Earth. And just keep breathing, start to really deepen your breath more and more every single time, focusing on this wonderful breath. And just you breathing in through your nose and down out through your mouth. And feel how your body relaxes now, fully supported, fully tranquil, relaxed, and peaceful. Take a deep breath in again, and just breathe out to your heart space now. Feel where your heart is. If you would like to, you can touch it with your hands. And let's start to breathing in to the heart space. So you take a deep breath in through your nose, through the heart. And out all the way down to the heart space. And then out. Again, breathe in through the heart space. And out to the heart space. And feel your heart expanding more and more. Every cell of your body and every cell of your heart, all the blood is pumping in and out, beautifully flowing in and out with your creative flow, with your creative ability. And with your intuition, the place, that's the place where you create from. That's the place where your answers are. Take a deep breath in through your nose and down through your mouth. Deep breathe in through your nose, and again focus on the heart space. And out again to the heart space, even more. Breathe in and hold your breath. Hold on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Breathe in and hold it in your brain. Let it stay there, let it dissolve there, whatever needs to be dissolved. And out to your heart space. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Just feel your body relaxing, really ready to create from the heart space. Feel how your heart space is fully open, like a flower, like a lotus flower, fully open and ready to absorb the energy, but also spreading the beautiful love and light out from the heart space. Just feel it in your heart. And take a deep breath in again through your nose and out. Beautiful. And just feel this relaxed and wonderful energy coming down to you. You are fully protected and connected now through your crown chakra on the top of your head, the wonderful universal energies, and to the bottom of your feet, to Mother Earth, to all the grounding energies, to beautiful Mother Gaia and nature. And with these 2 wonderful connections, let's very slowly open our eyes and start to create from. So I hope you enjoy that. I will move my camera in a minute. The main thing is to be fully back and fully grounded from the meditations. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. While you're doing that, I will move my camera. And just check if it's okay. It's going to be a couple of movements here. Just to make sure that I have a good angle. I'm just checking where's the bottom, maybe that way. That probably worked really well. And I will stand up because that would be easier to draw it that way. Okay, so let's start to do some drawing. So what I encourage you to do as well is to not as such following me and what I do on this piece, but I encourage you to do your own drawing. So this is just a guideline how I work. And different tricks you can do with pencils, but I would encourage you to really maybe look sometimes, but not always, looking what I will do. So how I start the actual drawing is by really feel the objects I will do. Most of the time they you would maybe say they don't really have any sense. And that's the best part, okay? We're creating from unknown, so it doesn't matter what the objects will say because everything will arrive beautifully. So I normally just do little you know, different objects. And again, if you will look how I draw, very important thing, which I didn't mention at the beginning, your wrist has to be very soft, okay? So if you want to do maybe with me, just have like an exercise of your wrist, so very soft, very flexible, up and down. And then I use 4B here, so very nice and soft pencil. And if you look at it, I'm just really, you know, creating something which at the moment, I don't know what it is. But like I mentioned before, just make sure that you are flowing with what's coming out from you. Again, you can do objects like I have here, and you can also do shading and adding more color, although I know we haven't got color here, but I'm just wanting to show you different ways of creating. So I encourage you to start drawing with me. You can look, but the point of this webinar is not really to follow what I draw, because this is really for you and this is your space. You can also always come back to it and just really do the meditation and then start drawing by yourself without me really saying anything. But the very important thing in intuitive drawing and painting, I would say, is to really work on whole object, whole piece of paper or canvas, because then things are basically being created from nowhere really. What I'm doing it here now is I done ways of drawing that way, but you can also add even more shades. So just really put your hand, you know, different angle, and then make even darker. I will add some more shade in a minute, but at the moment I'm just really playing around with the pencil. And again, some of the pieces will be just you know, a very light color, so it won't be so dark. And again, you can just do big movements. Remember, flexible hand, very flexible. That's the key. The key with really flowing and just really letting go, letting flow. Maybe it's some wings, maybe some angels are here, or maybe it's going to be flower. It doesn't matter what it is. The intuitive part is just coming out from you, and that is the most important thing. So you can also do some lines like that, for example, and I'm going to show you in a minute how to shade them there. I'm just changing too, so you can really shade them like that. Oh, that's a H. No, I don't want H anymore. Let's do HB maybe. You can just do good little shades there, why not? I really encourage you to really dance with it and just fly. Now, this part here is quite dark already, which I quite like, but I'm going to make this even darker. So I'm using a very strong one and just really make a line. You can make a line even with no, just one really movement. Sorry. And then adding more line there, so we'll give some kind of shade on the bottom, which is quite nice. Again, you can make it just smaller and then do lines here. Remember, lines they don't have to finish up, so they can have some kind of gaps between them. That gives more life to your piece. It gives more life, really, I would say. So again, we don't know what we're drawing, but we still carry on with the shades, with the different lines. Remember, I always say do one thing maybe 2 or 3 times and then started to do something else, because that's how the piece is being created, and that's how you letting your mind take a break. Because if you will stay in one place, your mind could take over very easily, and this is not what we want, because we are creating from the heart space where the all intuitive information is stored. So what is happening now, because I have little shapes there and back, I started to really coloring them. So this is the best part. If you will see, you know, some round pieces where you can add more shade, or if you want to color them, again, I'm saying color, obviously we use black and white, but black and white has got loads of different shades, and if you can see it already here, it's being really shown to you that, you know, you can really create different types of color. Again, what I'm doing now is just really adding more shade. I hope you can see that nicely. And really just flying with it. Again, big movements. This is the best part. You're just flying with it. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be not being afraid. This is the relaxation. This is you. This is your energy. This is your beautiful creative heart expressing itself. That's the best part. And again, like when you are in the middle of your drawing, you started to see things like, I feel this part should be much, this line should be just much stronger. And again, you know, I'm doing just a couple movements, so it could be even things like that. It doesn't have to be just the drawing. Just checking how is it looking. Oh, that's better. Okay, and I'm gonna go on this side because that's better view, isn't it? So I'm adding more shade here. Again, big movements. Or that the lines are not aligned, everything is perfect. You're just really flying with this. So you can tell the difference in the actual colors. So how strong this line is, and you know how slightly less strong are those lines. I'm just trying to position the camera. I would. So yeah, just a reminder, your painting or drawing doesn't have to be finished. You can have white places too. So this part, for example, can be white only. So don't worry when you don't finish it off. Let's add some more structures in the middle. So let's add just little ones like that. Why not? It'll be easier for you to draw because your one will be flat when I'm drawing up on the, like it's easier to paint that way than draw. I hope you can still see the ideas of the actual drawings. And let's add more shapes there. Again, I'm just really playing around. Don't make it too busy. That's very important as well. If you will make stuff too busy, then the whole piece will just be well, full of stuff, where this is not what we want. So what I suggest you to do is have places where it's white or black, have places where are plain, basically. If you think about it, and this is such a beautiful thing, I remember I learned that things are being created really from empty space. So if you think about your room and lamp and table, whatever you have there, would not exist if the space between them wouldn't exist too. So this is a great analogy for the making, especially intuitive art pieces, slightly less busy than more, really. So the spaces between the objects are super important. So what I will do now, I'm going to show you the charcoal, then I will show you what's happening with the charcoal. Charcoal is basically a lovely medium that you can basically do one line and then shade this around. So I'm going to do a couple again here because I like this part. I think it needs to be stronger and it feels like it. Some lines down here. Again, a couple lines. It doesn't have to be too much. Even things like that. That probably shouldn't happen, but we can always cover this with something. But I wanted to add more darker color here and just show you how beautiful this will be. So I don't even have to cover this with anything because the charcoal just gave me this beautiful shade here, and it's the same here. So let's do a couple movements with charcoal, and that will give you wonderful space. So some places are going to be darker, which I wanted to. So again, and you're being just really flexible. With you know, how much medium you use, and just play with it, really play with it. Don't worry if things are not working out. They should just be what they are. It's nothing to work out. Just make sure that you are in this wonderful space of creation where everything is possible, when you can really create, well, someone would call this nothing, but it's actually you, it's part of you, whatever you create. I haven't got a clue what that is, what I'm drawing here, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. So I would encourage you to get out of the state of mind where things have to be a certain way and just let really flow, especially within intuitive art. I'm playing around now, really. It's so important to just really let your, not even imagination, because I believe when your imagination goes in, your mind starts to take over, and that's not good. Your imagination is within your soul. Your imagination isn't in your mind. That's my personal opinion. That's how I paint. And if you will let this wonderful space to be fully open and let it flow throughout you, the process will be absolutely pleasurable, and it will relax you and really heal you. And again, you're healing yourself, remember. So it's no one doing it for you, which I think we forget, that we are the healers. If you think how beautifully your body can heal itself, you will scratch your skin and it's like new in a couple days. So we have to remember how much beautiful healing we have, and how much ability of healing really our body has. So you will look now what's happening here. I just add this little line, and this part I will leave purposely white, so it gives this like beautiful white light. You can use white charcoal, and you can just make it white in some places. I probably could maybe dissolve this somehow, maybe not. But white charcoal is good when you can blend it. I don't know if you can see, you can blend it as well. It's good for darker surfaces. So you can basically buy black paper, or you could paint paper or canvas black, and you could just use this on the top. So the rule is the same, it's just the way. White charcoal, it gives as well a little bit of greyish when you mix it with different things, so that's what's happening here. But I won't focus on this too much. And like you can see, like I could spend on this piece many hours really, because drawing, this is the thing with drawing, it just takes ages to really create stuff, but it's so pleasurable. It's just really sitting and remember different ways of holding the pencil. So you can even put it really flat and just do this. Even with normal pencil, you can do that. So just put it really flat and just draw it that way. So that's pretty cool as well. If you can see some kind of beautiful structure happening already down there, and because I use the charcoal first. And each pencil also has got slightly different shade of grey, so that's quite beautiful too. So although your piece will be white and black, it's actually a lot of different shades of the grey. So I'm losing this funny line I've done before and just shading down so you can't see the lines. Beautiful. And a couple lines there. Okay. And maybe just the last couple movements, maybe with black one. So yeah, so this will be, I won't carry on longer because there's quite a lot of done here already. You can really carry on with yours, or you can start new, and you can really create loads of beautiful drawings like that. Just a suggestion for the actual charcoal and very soft pencils too. Be careful that you won't put your hand and just smudge it off, because you will smudge everything across. And also, if you will finish and you would like to preserve it, because obviously, because it's so soft, you can buy something called fixative, and you can buy it in any art shop. But I used to use at the uni something really cool, which I believe most women have got, which is hairspray. And it works really well, depending what paper you use as well. If we go to technicality, just be careful that the paper is slightly harder than you know, thick, so then the water from the hairspray won't really melt and turn the paper around. But doing little bits like that, why not? Maybe they are little roses, I don't know. They are something. Just play with it. So yeah, so you can basically preserve it with the hairspray. And I would encourage you, if you want to use some nice paper, maybe go watercolors are really nice because they like bumpy and you can have a nice structure. So I won't carry on much with that. I hope you can carry on with yours, and I hope you enjoy it. So you, like you can see, it has got loads of different structure. These dark ones, these dark pieces, places are really creating the actual structure of it. And the white space here, as you can see, the white space here and at the back really creates the whole thing. So if I would make this part really busy and that one busy and not even have this space, or make this little thing colored like this one, then you wouldn't see, everything would just blend together and it would look like a mess a little bit. So I encourage you to really feel almost when to stop. So, you know, like when you create, you don't constantly just sit and just create. I mean, law of attraction says, you know, that you just think about it, create, raise the vibration, then you let go. It's the same here. That's why I always say 1 step or 3 steps with something, and then change the direction, change the medium, change the side, have a break. Just really flow with it, really dance. You know, when you dance, you don't do 1 step 5 times, you know, in the same place or in the same pose. You just do different things. This is the same, exactly the same here. So that's it. I'm just going to turn my camera to me. Sorry, I hope you enjoyed it. I will put the description below to my website if you would like to join my other workshops. A really interesting one is coming about pastel colors, and we will tap into unicorn's energy. But more will come definitely. And also I always appreciate donations. This is such a wonderful and abundant exchange of energies. So the link to donate to my page will be posted below with this recording. And I really always truly appreciate any kind of donations. So I hope you relaxed with this wonderful workshop, and definitely more to come. Have a wonderful day, and I encourage you to really create your future, to really create and really tap into this wonderful creative energy almost every day if you can. And you have to wash your hands as well, because charcoal just gives you this wonderful hands. So sending you loads of love, and I will see you soon.